Hi, everyone. I'm Belinda Payne, and thanks for joining me for our Sunday morning devotion, February 13th, 2022. And our devotion title today is Sleepless Nights. Sleepless Nights. Now, it may not be you that's experiencing this at this point, but you may know someone. But I just about guarantee that there's not any one of us that at some point in our life have not experienced a or many sleepless nights. Our devotion today is coming from the 30th number of the book of Psalms, that entire psalm. So join with me. Let's listen. Let's hear in the Spirit what the Spirit of the Lord is saying to us in this number of the psalm. 30th number. Listen carefully or get your word. I will extol thee, O Lord, for thou hast lifted me up, and thou hast not made my foes to rejoice over me. O Lord my God, I cried unto thee, and thou hast healed me. O Lord, thou hast brought me up, my soul, from the grave. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing unto the Lord, O ye saints, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. Yes, even when you're going through, the psalmist is saying, give thanks to God and remember that he is holy, and that is worth our praise. Verse 4. Sing unto the Lord again, O ye saints, that's us, and give thanks at his remembrance. That's worth saying multiple times. That's how we encourage ourselves in the Lord. Look at 6. For his anger endureth but a moment. In his favor is life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. There is a morning coming for all of us where we will experience the joy and the peace of God, even though right now it may be a season of sorrow. 7. Lord, by thy favor thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Yes, what is he doing? He's helping us to stand strong right now in this season that we're in. Thou didst hide thy face, and I was troubled. There was a time, the writer is saying, when it seemed like I couldn't find God. It seemed like you were hiding from me. But what the writer say he did? He said, I cried unto thee, O Lord, and unto the Lord I made my supplication. He says, you know what? Even though it seemed like you were far away from me, even though it seemed like you were hiding from me, I didn't give up. I kept crying unto you, and I made my care known unto you, my supplication. Verse 9. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Shall the dust praise thee? Shall it declare thy truth? In other words, Lord, I need to be here. You need to keep me in the land of the living because my mouth is open and ready to give you praise and honor. I cannot praise you from the grave, is what the writer is saying. Hear, O Lord, and have mercy upon me. Oh Lord, be thou my helper. And if that's what you need today, that's what the writer is saying. If you're having sleepless nights, the writer is saying, just cry out to the Lord and say, Lord, I need your help. Verse 11, thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. So the writer is saying, eventually things changed. I was mourning. I was going through a tough time. I was troubled. I was oppressed or depressed. But he says, guess what? That mourning, that season in which I was mourning has turned into a season of dancing. Thou hast put off my sackcloth, and that's what they used to wear back then when they would mourn. They wore a certain attire with sackcloth, and girded me with gladness. What a blessing. So now instead of sadness, that cloth that he's wearing is gladness, to the end that my glory may sing praise to thee and not be silent. So in other words, what are we saying? Don't be silent. Even in the midst of going through difficult times, rejoice. Give God the sacrifice of praise by the fruit of your lips. You can't praise God in meditation. You can't praise God in your head. You can't praise God except what? through the fruit of our lips. That means we have to open up our mouth and declare our praise unto the Lord. I will give thanks unto thee forever, is what the writer says. So I want to encourage you, if this is you, if you know someone who's having sleepless nights, I want to encourage you, if you're in a hard place, if you're experiencing sleepless nights, maybe your mind is filled with confusion, maybe you're overwhelmed, maybe you're perplexed and troubled, but whatever it is, the writer wants us to stay right here. He says, I can turn that turmoil around. God says the same thing that he said to King David, that he wants to do the same thing to us. He will turn that mourning into dancing. He'll turn your midnight into day. So I want to encourage you today. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding, but in all of your ways, acknowledge him and allow God to direct your path. That's what he wants to do. When you're sleepless or you're unable to sleep and you find yourself waking up, just go to the Lord in prayer. Don't cut the TV on. Don't go to social media. Don't go to your phone, but go to the Lord in prayer and just bow down and let him know everything that concerns you, because he has promised to perfect those things that concern us. We can cast our care upon him. Why? Because he's promised and he's told us that he cares for us. So may you be blessed. May you find encouragement through this word. Psalm, the 30th number. God bless you.